Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Thursday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up on the Gold Coast in particular and speak with the Gold Coast under-16 girls basketball team. And of course, we've got a very special guest on the show to tell us how, what the season, I know it's starting very soon. Of course, they'll play, I think, a tournament coming up in the next couple of weeks. Of course, we've got a very special player from the Wave 16 girls team to tell us a bit about it. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I'll get you to introduce yourself and tell us what position you hopefully be playing this season.
Hi, my name's Jaya Lowe. I'm in the under-16s Div 1 Waves team for Gold Coast, and I'm hopefully going to be playing the point guard.
Now, I know the season is starting reasonably soon with, I think you are playing in a mini tournament coming up in the next couple of weeks or so. How's the preparations been like with the new team?
It's been really good. It's been really fun. I think our team's gelling really well together. I think we're going to work really well together.
Yeah. I'm assuming that it's been, I think you've only been together for a couple months now. I guess, yep. Tell us, how's that been like? And are you sort of all, on the same page now and obviously ready to go?
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page. I think we're ready to go to verse the teams that we're going to verse this weekend. So, yeah.
We'll wind back a little bit to the start of this year and obviously into the midway through the year. How did your team go? Of course, obviously the season just gone. And did you play in the state championships a couple months ago?
Yeah, we played. We played in the state champs up in Mackay. We were in Div 1 under 14s, and we placed second against Ipswich.
You mentioned that because I interviewed your teammate Chanel the other day as well. Of course, she mentioned that as well. I think the game against Ipswich for the gold medal, I think that was the closest that your team or any team has got to them throughout the whole year. I know you wanted to get the gold and you didn't quite get there, but at least I'm sure there would have been some positives coming out of that game in regards to the way that it finished off.
Yeah. There were lots of positives during that game. Well, during that whole season, I had so much fun with that team and with our coaches and stuff. They were really good. And that game, I think that was a really good game for us. I mean, that's the closest any team's ever been to Ipswich. And I think we had a good game. And yeah, it was good.
Now let's talk a bit about, obviously you got the silver medal, in that game against Ipswich and Mackay. I know this is going to sound a really silly question to ask, but were you surprised the way that you did throughout the whole state championship to get to at least the finale?
I think before state champs, I think we had a really good shot at coming top two. Not being cocky or anything, but I think we had a really good shot at coming top two. And I really wanted to beat Ipswich that time because we lost to them. We lost them throughout the whole season. We didn't even come close to them. And then that grand final when we played them, that was a really good feeling, even though we lost. It was good to know that we only lost by 2 or 3 points. If we had a couple more minutes, I think we could have probably had that game. But it was just them that were better that game too.
You managed to get the state championships in, but obviously I'm assuming, when the team got together last year, that I'm assuming the ultimate goal would have been to return back to Melbourne and try to do a couple of, obviously to try to repeat what you did a couple of years ago at Nationals. Were you sad and disappointed not to be playing your final Nationals as a team?
Yes, I was very upset when I first heard that we couldn't go to nationals because of COVID. But like, cause that's the only year under 14s Div 1 is like the only year you get to go to nationals without having to trial like for school and stuff. It's actually for your club. But I was very disappointed and sad that we didn't get to go. But it's good to know that we would have gone to nationals because we placed second. So it's good to know that we could have gone anyway.
Now, tell us a couple players in your team from the 14s team that are now in your 16s team. Obviously, we just mentioned about Chanel, who's now, of course, up with the 16s. Tell us a couple of your other teammates from that 14s team that are now in the 16s team this year.
So there was only 4 of us that made it to the 16s team Div 1 bottom age, which was me, Chanel, Ava, Usher, and Emma Petrie from our 14s team last year that made it. So yeah.
How special was that for you to make it to the ones team in bottom age?
I was so excited that that's been my goal for so long. Like I've always wanted to make Div 1 bottom age. Like this is the first time I've made a Div 1 team bottom age, but I was really excited to hear that when I made it. Like I was really excited to hear that I made it, and because I think that us 4, me, Chanel, Ava, and Emma, we're really close together. Like us 4 especially. So I'm glad that like all 4 of us made it together. So I was really happy about that too.
Tell us a bit about your new coach in the 16s.
Well, I think they're so positive. Like it's a very different environment to what I'm used to, but I love it so much. I mean, they're so positive all the time. Beck she's so good. Like she's great, and Gordy, he's really good as well. And like both of them, I think they could really help our team this year, and I think they could help me individually a lot as well, like overcome my goals and stuff. Yeah.
Now, is there a particular team in the 16s that you love to beat the most other than Ipswich?
Well, so this year everyone's moved from Ipswich to Logan. So I really would like to beat Logan. So Logan is pretty much the new Ipswich. So I really want to beat them.
Well, I was going to say, Chanel didn't mention the whole Ipswich team got moved to Logan, but I guess the question I want to ask is, how good will it be if you beat Logan?
If we beat Logan, like, I feel like everything would just be accomplished. I mean, like, that is my goal. That has been my goal, like, for so long. Ever since under 11s, because we went to an under 11 state champs, and that they were pretty much, so Ipswich they were pretty much the team we versed and beat us. And I wanted to beat them ever since that day. So I just really hope we beat them.
What's the expectations on the team coming up to the upcoming season starting this weekend?
Well, Beck and Gordy, they want us to give 100%, like all the time, no matter what. And they want us to have fun as well, but they also want us to win, obviously. I mean, no one wants to lose, but I think it's mainly effort that they want us to do, put a lot of effort in, like all of our effort. So yeah.
Let's talk a bit about your basketball journey. Where did it all start and why did you choose it?
Well, I've grown up around basketball like ever since I was born. Like I think I started playing basketball when I was around 5, and there's been lots of like bumps in the road as I've gone along. I've been injured a couple times. When I was younger, I wasn't like really enjoying it a lot. So like, because my parents, they also coached me for a very long time and it was hard. But yeah, but now I'm really like enjoying it. I'm really starting to like love it a lot. So, but I think it's mainly because I've been around basketball for all my life, so I've just like learned to love it and like it's in my blood. So, yeah.
Now, right at the start, you mentioned that you're a point guard on the team. The question I want to ask you is, if you had a preferred position where you love to convince Beck to put you, where would that be?
Well, if I was taller, I would convince her to be a big. But unfortunately, I am short and I am not tall. So I don't think that would be happening.
Do you have any basketball highlights throughout your basketball journey?
Last year I did make the state team. That was one of the best moments of my life. Like I literally, I did not think I was gonna make it. Like I did not think at all I was good enough to make it. I doubted myself so much, but then I was there at that tournament competing, and yeah, that was probably one of the biggest moments of my life. Like I was so happy to make that team. And also another one was like when we versed Ipswich in the state champs, even though we lost, like I think I had a pretty good game and it felt really good, even though we lost. But we were literally only like 4 points away from gold medal. Like literally. So yeah.
Do you have any future ambitions in the sport of basketball?
I would love to go to college for basketball and like in America, and hopefully it would open up more doors for me to do something else. But I'm kind of thinking that I'm starting to like think about having basketball as a career, like doing it professionally after college and stuff. But I'm not 100% sure. But I know I want to go to college.
How special and important your family and your parents been to your basketball journey so far?
Well, without them like helping me and supporting me, I definitely would not be in this Div 1 team. They've supported me and pushed me so much that they have helped me overcome so many of my goals, and they coached me for so long. And even though I wanted to quit basketball a few times, they wouldn't let me. They're like, no, you have to keep going, you can't quit now. Like they kept pushing me, and then yeah, I wouldn't be here without them, especially without their support.
Now, I know that the WNBL is currently in Queensland at the moment, up there in far north Queensland. I guess, how good is that to know that women's basketball is up in Queensland for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think that's really good. Like that, I would love to go watch a game, but I'm not sure if I would be able to. But it's really good that they're here. Like it's good to know that they're here too.
You have a favorite WNBL player that you look up to?
Not really. I mean, I like watching them. It's different to watching like NBL and NBA and stuff. Like women's basketball is so different to men's basketball because I'm really used to watching like NBA and stuff. So, but it's good to like watch all the women compete and stuff because it's more of our type of. It's a lot more like my type of game because that's what I play when it's basketball. So yeah.
Now, I might just turn that question just a little bit then, because you mentioned about, you sort of do follow an NBL and NBA. Do you have a favorite NBA or NBL player?
Well, my favorite NBA player is LeBron James, and my favorite NBL player, probably, I do like Jason Kidd, and when Anthony Teacher was playing, I liked him too. Yeah.
Now, what does the sport of basketball mean to you now, and especially playing there at the Gold Coast?
It means a lot. Like basketball, like it makes me happy. Like I feel like it makes me stronger. Like not just like physically, but mentally as well. So I think it really helps me.
What will be your advice to our listeners out there, especially kids your age, that should get down to the Gold Coast and play basketball?
Well, I think that everyone should at least give basketball a go. Like, because I think basketball's so fun to do, and especially when you're playing with people like your best friends and stuff. But yeah, I think everyone should give it a go and stuff.
Now, I know that the senior women's team on the Gold Coast did very well this year. Did you go out to any of their games throughout the season? And do you have a favourite QSL player?
Yes, I do. I did go to a lot of their games. One of their players, she's like an older sister to me, Lily Rotuno. I love her so much. Like I look up to her so much. She's like, yeah, she's definitely like a big sister to me. Yeah.
Has she given you any advice?
Yes, it was a while ago when I was younger. She did help me with my form of shooting. I know my parents and everyone was like helping me with my shot and stuff, but I don't know. She made me like actually want to change my shot, like to make it better, because I look up to her so much. So it just felt like it was better when she helped me.
I just noticed, do you have an injury on your hand?
Oh yeah, I do. It's my thumb. I have the ligament in my thumb is like it's nearly completely torn. It's like holding together by a string, and I'm out for 6 to 8 weeks, and I might need surgery, but hoping that I don't. So
I've got to ask, how did you do it?
well, you would have never guessed. I was not playing basketball.
Like most injuries.
I was being dumb. I was being very stupid. Yeah, I was with a couple of my friends on Saturday night, and we were playing this stupid game, Murder in the Dark. It's like black. It's like black. It's like really dark in the room, and we played at nighttime. And I was laying on the bed. And then I went to push up, and my hands went flat. It was like just my fingertips I won. And then my friend like rolls or jumps on me, and my thumb like goes like there. And yeah.
Yes, it's always not sports related. I've noticed.
Yes.
Now let's talk a bit about. We'll finish with a couple of lighthearted questions about your current teammates or your former teammates in your 14s team. So the question I want to ask is, who had the most embarrassing moment on the court this year, this calendar year, and what was it?
I don't know. That's a really hard question. Well, last year, one of my teammates, her name's Kiara. She went up for a layup and she took like 4 steps, and then they called her trouble. And she was just everyone on the bench was like yelling out James Harden. It was really funny. It was so funny. And then she also like does this. I swear this is her signature move. She does a penguin slide. Like she falls over and then slides across the court. It's so funny. She does it like all the time.
Oh, I have to ask, who's the comedian in the team? Even though I've got to feel I might know what it is based on that last answer.
Well, I think so. Chanel is my best friend, and we're obviously in the same team. And I think she would be the comedian. I mean, I talk to her a lot. Like we talk a lot, and we're always laughing at our own jokes or laughing for absolutely no reason. And it's like I think, and she makes so many funny jokes. It's really funny. So I think Chanel would have to be the comedian.
Now, I know this is social media thing called TikTok. So the question I want to ask you is, who's the best singer and dancer on the team?
Okay, Chanel is definitely the best singer. She has an amazing voice. Like she is a really good singer. She's also a very good dancer, but I think Giselle on my team now is a pretty good dancer too, I must say.
Yeah, she did mention that. And of course, are you into TikTok yourself?
No, I don't have any social media. I don't have a phone. Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. Now, is there any players on your team last year or even this year are just plainly forgetful?
Kiara is definitely, I could never forget her. Never, ever. And Emma Petrie, she's an amazing player. Like
Yeah.
she is also very funny at times, but she's just amazing at what she does, like how she plays the game. And even when she's not scoring a lot, she's still doing other things like playing good D and stuff. And yeah, and Ava Usher as well. She's definitely I could never forget her either.
Now we'll finish up with this one last one, which is, do you have a pre-game routine?
I don't really have a pre-game routine, but I do have a superstition. It's like,
Yes.
so whatever I do before my game, like however I get ready, if we win that game and if I have a really good game, then the next game we play, I have to do everything the exact same. I have to wear like the same socks, the same underwear, use the same deodorant, do my hairstyle the same, do it in the order of how I got changed and packed my bag. Like I have to do everything the same.
So I've got to ask, and how long has that been for?
It was before state champs on the 14s. It was not too long ago, but it was before state champs. I'm not sure when exactly, but it was definitely before state champs.
And we'll finish up this one last one as well. Now, you mentioned about Chanel, who we had on the show yesterday. I have to ask, I guess, how special is to have Chanel on the team? And obviously, both of you are best friends, as you mentioned before. I guess, how special is that?
It's really great playing with Chanel. I love playing with her. We've got so much chemistry together, and I think we like the perfect duo. Like we are the best cookies and cream on the planet. Like I've got no words to explain. It's just so good having my bestest friend ever playing in my team, and we've been in the same rep team ever since we started like playing rep, and that's ancient. That was a long time ago. So it's really
Ancient.
good to have her on the team.
Oh, I love your description there. Ancient. There you go. Well, Jared, thank you so much for getting up your time to join us. It's awesome having you on the show.
Thank you.
Obviously, we want to wish you and your team all the best for this weekend, and especially for the continuation of the season, the new season going into next year as well. And hopefully I can come up to the Gold Coast and watch you and your teammates in action in 2021.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
No worries. And that's Jay there, joins from the Gold Coast Waves under 16 girls basketball team. Of course, as she mentioned quite a few times throughout the interview, of course, they do have a tournament coming up this weekend, of course, which for all the details up on how you go about it. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the Thursday edition.